Hello, and thanks for tuning in to another race recap. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it. I'm going to be recapping the Bike the Bricks Criterium that took place in Mc Kinney, Texas on the 25th of May, which, happens to be a good day. That was my son's birthday, so he turned 4 on the day that I was getting ready to do this race. Just one of the bigger criteriums in the state of Texas for the season, probably arguably the biggest one. Big prize purse, deep field, kicks off a really exciting weekend that a lot of people look forward to, being Memorial Day weekend. There's races Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, so it just kind of gets things going. People are really amped and people are really jazzed up for it. Now, that being said, in my partnership that I do with athletes, I try to instill in them the principle that whether it is a Bike the Bricks, whether it is their local training criterium, whether it is a lower level or an upper level event, in my professional opinion, what's really, really important in order for somebody to perform well is to not elevate one performance over another. Again, it's something that's difficult to do. People get ready to go to a national championships, or they get ready to go race over in Europe, or they get ready to do bigger things, bigger races. A lot of athletes work with coaches and say, this is an A race. I really, really want to be going well for this. But we've got to be careful that we don't elevate that performance to more than it needs to be. So it's still a normal bike race. You still got to throw your leg over the top tube. There's still going to be competitors. So you've got to be careful that you don't get out of that mind space and make these events something bigger than they are. Now, that being said, I'm the mindset coach. I'm the guy that does this for a living. Guilty as charged with Bike the Bricks. I made Bike the Bricks out to be something bigger than it should have been. And therefore, I can sit here in front of you and record this video and tell you that my performance was something that I wasn't necessarily pleased with. Definitely had some things that I feel like I could have done better. So let's jump right into it. Here's my first folly and my first mistake. I went into the race over caffeinated. I drank too many drinks that had caffeine in them. I do that before races, and a lot of guys do. Caffeine it helps performance, and everybody knows that. It helps your focus, and it helps lower that perceived effort of exertion. So it's a good thing, but I overdid it. It was a night race. We went off at 8:05, something that I don't normally do. But I told myself, okay, you're gonna lay low a little bit on the morning coffee, a little bit less than usual, and then you can have a Red Bull, before the race because it's gonna be hot. So I wanted something that was gonna be chilled. But I went overboard. I had the Red Bull, and then I had another cup of coffee on top of that. And so, yeah, I may have felt ready to go. I may have felt good, but that caffeine being over caffeinated, it got to me. It was hot out there, and I probably was more dehydrated than I needed to be going into that. Just, again, I got out of my normal routine. Why? Because it's Bike the Bricks, and it's the start of the Memorial Day weekend races, and it's such a big deal. No, it's not. That was strike one for me. Strike number two, maybe related to the fact that I was over caffeinated, that I was a little bit warm. I'm thinking about how hot it is, and I'm like, you know what? Let's just skimp on the normal warm up that you do. So I normally get on, my trainer, and I normally warm up, and I do a certain warm up protocol that my coach has given to me, and it's worked all season. It's something that I've done that has provided results for me that I've been satisfied with, and Bike the Bricks, Mc Kinney, big race, nighttime, excited, I'm just going to do the cool thing. I'm going to get on the trainer. I got on the trainer, but I'm just going to spin. I'm not really going to go hard. Some people don't need that. I mean, I saw plenty of guys rolling up and down the street, just hanging out, chilling. They probably raced really, really well, but that's not me. I know my routine, and I know that I need to do that warm-up just to get myself in the right headspace, to get my heart rate elevated a little bit, to get my legs going. And I didn't do it. So that was probably strike two, So I go in and I didn't realize it in the moment, but then when I reflected on my race, I thought to myself, man, you got out of your normal practices. You got out of your normal routine, and it probably affected you. So we come into the race. Again, I hadn't thought about those things. I'm there. I'm like, okay, let's do well. Let's race well. What's the strategy? During the race, I made some mistakes. I mean, just to be flat honest with you, I made some mistakes. I started near the back and I stayed near the back, and this is one of those races where if you're near the back and that elastic rubber band effect out of those turns is happening to you time and time and time again, you're probably gonna get popped at some point. There's probably gonna be a point where all those inefficient spikes in power are probably gonna come back to bite you. And they did. I didn't even make halfway through the race. I think I made it about 30 minutes. And just that, there was the cornering, that I wasn't being aggressive enough into the corners. I was just fearful of the corners and letting wheels go and just not trusting myself. The more that I thought about it, I trusted my competitors. Those guys are Pro 1 riders. They're good at what they do. I know that they can handle their bikes. It wasn't that I wasn't trusting my competitors and thinking to myself, oh, this guy's going to crash me, or this guy I got to watch out for. It wasn't that. I wasn't trusting myself. I wasn't trusting my bike handling skills. I wasn't trusting my level of competency. So no, I'm not blaming anybody else. It's totally on me. So that's the short and skinny of the race. Some of the things that I feel that I did well, there quite honestly, there weren't a lot of them. I did move up and did get to the front of the field at some point, so I guess I can be happy with that. This was definitely not a fitness issue that kept me from being successful. I have plenty of horsepower, and I'm easily capable of being in that field. But I wasn't, and so that's the way that it goes. I could have gotten beat down about it. I could have gotten down about it and just thought to myself, man, you're not very good. But I came away with some things. I've got to work on my cornering. I've got to work on being more aggressive. I've got to work on taking wheels when I have the opportunity to and moving up spots. And those are all things that I'm looking forward to. So again, kind of another grim and glum kind of a race report, but to be honest with you, I think that a lot of times this is the kind of race report that we need to kind of give to ourselves is when we sit down and think about it is, a lot of times our performances maybe don't go the way that we want them to, but how are we looking at them, right? So this is a week removed. I hate to keep saying it, but I've had a great week of training. I got right back to work, and just moving forward, because that's really the only resource that I've got, and the only remedy that I've got is just to keep moving forward. And I'm looking forward to doing more criteriums. I'm not shying away from criteriums. I'm looking forward to doing more of them. I'm looking forward to getting better at doing them. I'm investing time in watching guys, race criteriums and watching camera footage and stuff like that from guys that are uploading their videos onto YouTube. And I'm studying, like, what can I do to get better at criteriums? I'm reaching out to teammates and friends and stuff and, asking for pointers. Is that a sign of weakness? Is it dumb that this guy Mario that's a Cat 1 is looking for tips and looking for pointers because he's a Cat 1 and he should know how to do this? You can call it what you want. I've got room to improve. I've got room to grow. I checked and I didn't win the race, right? So great ride by Colin Strickland. Like, I didn't win, so there's room for improvement and there's room for me to get better. So that's the approach that I'm taking. That's the stance that I'm taking, and we'll move on to the next one. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'd love to hear from you guys. I mean, what are you guys going through? How did your Bike the Bricks go? How did your Memorial Day weekend races go? If you're not from Texas, how is your racing going? Like, what are some of the things that you're struggling with? What are some of the things that you're working through and trying to punch through? Reach out to me, message me, comment on the video, whatever you want. I'm here, and I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to help you out, and see how we can maybe partner together. Go visit the website utmostperformance.info and see how you can get more information on partnering together with me so that I can help you, with this mindset. Last time I checked, we pay money to do this thing, and so we should be enjoying it. Are you enjoying what you're doing? Are you are you deriving satisfaction from what it is that you're doing, from this journey that you're on? Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your week. Until next time.